We are at Wizard World 2019. I am with Camislyce, and I am Dylan Lazaga. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great, thanks.
Tell me about your cosplay. What character are you?
Okay, so I am cosplaying as Bleez today from the DC Comics, the Red Lantern series. I'm an anti-hero that's just rageful.
So tell me about the origins of Camislyce.
Okay, so Camislyce is my cosplay name, and it's my social media everywhere name. I have a lot about me that I like. I like cosplay, I play a lot of softball, I work, etc., a whole lot of stuff. So when I decided to cosplay, I decided that I wanted people to know that this was just a piece of who I am, or a slice of who I am. So Camislyce, there we go.
That's pretty cool.
It was a late night.
So I wanted to ask you, like, what's the process for you to make the various costumes you cosplay as?
Sure. Yeah. There is a general process that happens. Personally, everyone's different. I spend a lot of time thinking about the cosplay, what I want to do with it, how I'm going to make it unique, how I'm going to make it different. I always have to have some sort of engineering thing in my cosplays because that's what I enjoy about it. I'll spend a lot of time kind of thinking about it, letting it marinate is my favorite term. Then I'll kind of sketch it out or kind of get some sort of rough concept drawn down picture. And then I literally just kind of dive into it. I either make the stuff from scratch where you go to Joann's or Michael's and buy all the kind of the meaty stuff and put it all together. Or a lot of times I'll order pieces on Amazon and then just alter them or fix them as I need to. So sometimes I'll even just buy a costume if I just don't want to make it. So, it's all good.
Pretty cool. So I want to ask you about, like, you grew up here, or you were raised here in San Francisco. What's that been like for you?
See, I love the Bay Area. I'm a little older than the average youngling who's running around here. So I remember the Bay Area back when it was very different. It was much more artsy and there's a lot more uniqueness to it. So the things have been changing. It's expensive to live here now. However, there's still such a great community that really, particularly, convention, cosplay, comics, games, all that stuff, are nerddoms. We have real strong roots here still, and so it's nice that still exists. That hasn't gone away.
That's pretty cool. So, as for cosplay culture itself, what stigmas do you think there are when it comes to people that comment, outside people that comment on their cosplay itself?
Okay, well, there are a lot of stigmas. There are a lot of things that are challenging still in cosplay. Gender-bending cosplays. A lot of times, if you go to an anime convention, you'll see, gender bending all over the place, and that's everything, is fairly normal there. But a lot of the people that you see outside on comments on social media, or people who aren't as engaged in it, sometimes they don't understand that that's just part of that culture, and that weirds them out a lot. And I also come from a generation where it wasn't cool to be a nerd, and it wasn't cool to be a geek. We had to kind of be closet. I went to my first Star Trek convention in 1991, and it was awesome, and I saw Picard speak, and it was the best, but I didn't tell anybody because, no, that's not cool. So there's a lot of that stuff that we still carry, at least some of us.
So speaking about continuing on with cosplay, what do you believe is or do you think there is like a line between cosplaying for fun and taking things a little bit too far?
Sure. Oh yeah. There's cosplay. It's because we get so excited to be around people that appreciate what we do, like we do. We also get to really embody the characters. You get to dress up. I mean, I'm in blue face paint today, and I'm in giant bone wings, but yet this is whatever you might consider normal here, and it's accepted and it's awesome. So sometimes people will push those boundaries when their normal borders or normal boundaries are set. They can push them, and sometimes people don't know necessarily how far to go with that.
So in your downtime, what do you do outside of cosplay culture?
That's great. There are a couple of things that I'm passionate about. One, I play a lot of softball, slow pitch softball. I do tournament ball, so I travel the country, different tournaments for that, and I play in like 5 different leagues here in the Bay Area, and it's fun. So I do that a lot. I also am a big fan of video games. I've played video games my whole life. PlayStation 2. Whoop, whoop.
Yeah, there you go.
And and then you know, I really like watching animes and stuff. So yeah, a lot of stuff is kind of nerd connected. I would use that term, but yeah.
What kind of video games did you grow up with, or you currently play right now?
Oh man, see, I got the very first Nintendo that came out, and I had the first Sega. And between my brother and I, throughout the years, we've owned every single system. At least one of us has. So I got to play them all. I really like role-playing games they're just kind of open world stuff. So that's what I grew up playing: Dragon Warrior, the original Final Fantasies. I really like those. Currently, actually, I was talking about it this morning. I'm playing the new Assassin's Creed Odyssey, or it's not new as much anymore. And we just got news that the next Assassin's Creed might be Vikings.
Oh, really?
That would be so amazing. But yeah.
Oh, that's pretty cool. So, what character that you already haven't been yet would you like to cosplay as next?
Oh wow, there's a lot. Well, I've got a whole bunch of cosplays coming down the pipe. It's actually really close. A bunch of them are almost finished. One of them I'm really excited to do is My Valentine from Yu-Gi-Oh series. I had a professional wig maker make me the spiked wig, and I'm so excited to wear it. And it's almost finished. I just have to finish this time sewing the vest, and that'll be good. But she's a fun character. She's strong female, but yet still gentle and tender when needed. So it's fun.
So what advice would you have to give to someone that's starting out doing cosplay?
Oh yeah, so there's a whole ton of advice, but the most important thing I would tell people is to remember that we're having fun. When we're cosplaying, we're just here to have fun. There are those of us that have kind of taken a slightly more professional angle to it, but you don't have to do that. You can just come wearing whatever you want. There's no right or wrong way to do it as long as you're not hurting anybody else. Do what you feel comfortable in. Pull out an old costume. It doesn't matter if it's made or if it's bought. Try to have some fun with it. That's what it's about.
And my final question for you is, what would be the biggest message of all that you would want to spread, not just to the cosplay community, but to the entire world?
Wow. What I would say is, you are good enough. Period. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. Ever.
Simple as that.
Yeah.
This is Camislyce. I'm Dylan Lazaga, and signing off from Wizard World 2019.